Scott, you guys got down 15 in the third quarter,
Yep.
managed to rally back and win this one. What did you feel was the turnaround for your team?
Well, I thought it was just a gutsy effort, really, at the end of the day. Down 15 in the middle of the third, and obviously things aren't looking really well for us. But the MO of our teams that have been here for the last 2 years, this is the third year, is just never give up, never quit, and keep fighting. And they just kept their composure throughout that and figured out some things. And obviously we made a nice run to get it back to a manageable level. And then, 14 points in the fourth quarter defensively was fantastic for us. So just really gutsy. Crawford started us off really well in the beginning of the game and got us going and got the crowd going. And then everyone else just seemed to chip in at the right time. But, they're a hell of a team. It's just one game. But, a slugfest at the end of the day, and nothing that we didn't expect. And I thought it was a gutsy performance by our guys.
I think there were 5 of 16 in the fourth and had 4 turnovers as well. What was it? What changed with what you guys did defensively?
I don't think so much for us. It was much more about shrinking the floor down a little bit and just being in the areas that we needed to be and being a little bit more stable, guarding the ball one-on-one and not getting beat in some areas. But like anything else, when the ball starts to go in the offensive end, you get a little more excited to play defense. And I think that was also a factor. And the crowd being here, was just behind them the whole way, whether we were down or not. And that's obviously inspirational to the players to be in that kind of game and to have the fans there cheering you on. And I just thought it was, again, like a gutsy effort. And we created some momentum during the game. And, a lot of guys played very well.
It seemed like you guys got more pop against their pressure. The pressure on you, the ball moved a lot better than I thought it did in game one. What do you think sparked that?
Well, I think rest, first of all, was a big key for us. I mean, I've said this before in the last couple of days. We 5 or 6 days back and forth to Perth, and time changed, and then next thing you know, we're landing in Melbourne to play this game. And I think just being at home for 4 days and just getting grounded and re-energized was hugely important. And then being in our building, and you can't not think that the X factor is obviously having a home court to your advantage. And if you're taking advantage of it like we did tonight, it's a fantastic thing.
Jack's shooting splits don't look amazing, but it seemed like there was a sort of dynamicism to the way he played tonight. Is that what you saw as well?
Yeah, I mean, we've been on him quite a bit about growing his game other than just being this guy that can score in a variety of ways. And he passed the ball well. He handled the ball well in the pick and roll. He was competitive down there rebounding the ball. And, he just his game is evolving and continues to evolve. And where he was when he first came here to where he is now is, a completely different player. And he's still got another level or two to go, I think mentally more than anything else, about being more well-rounded and stuff. And, again, he had made some really fantastic plays for us down there in the fourth quarter, especially down at the end of the game.
Jack, how important was it for you to come out and play with more force in this game after game one?
I just try and do what I do. I don't really think too much about it. I'm always trying to be aggressive, get downhill, something I've worked on a lot this year. But, I just feel like I'm getting to my spots and just those little lefties aren't going in right now, which is all right because that's what I work on. And as long as I'm getting to my spots, I'm feeling good. And I know they're going to fall. And the guys back me to get to my spots and throw up those little funny-looking shots.
Can you talk about how your relationship on the court with Will has developed over the years? You find him for those little dump-off passes, some 4-5 pick and rolls, and you find him on alley-oops. How are you guys finding each other out there?
I just love playing with him. For one, the energy he brings. It's like I've got like a big brother protecting me. I love giving him a hug and making sure he's got my back. And so, first and foremost, he just has fun, and I enjoy just having fun out there. And then, we've been working on kind of playing together and making reads, and that's the advantage of spending 3 years together. It takes a long time to develop actual chemistry between players, especially when you only play the amount of games we do, 28. It takes a long time for Milton and me to really know how the pick and roll works, where we like it. And it's the same with Mags. It takes a long time to truly, instead of just making the right reads, know exactly where they're going to be, how they like it, what their tendencies are. And it's the advantage of this guy keeping a group together.
How important were Jordan's 13 points in the first quarter? They were his only points, but it seemed like it helped you guys get out to a bang. How important was that for the group?
Yeah, he's a beast. He's one of our leaders. He's the one leading the huddles. He's the one our eyes go to, and we back him in every day. And he set the tone, got us a lead, and the game's competitive. They fought back, but And man, when he's leading the front foot and being aggressive, we're a better team.
Scott, how impressed were you with the way Sean McDonald was out there making reads against that pressure and doing what he does in that in-between area?
Yeah, I mean, our next star was incredible. He continues to shine and grow and be in the right spots at the right time. And again, he's another guy that's morphed into a hell of a player for us. And the 3 years he spent here with this group is paying dividends for him. And, he's a long-term jack jumper in my eyes. And his growth has been fantastic. His shooting, his ball handling gives us another dimension. And he's playing with great confidence. And, I love the work. And I love just watching him progress over the 3 years. I get my biggest joy of watching these guys actually become something that they weren't when they got here. Winning and losing is fine, but for me, my joy comes from watching, Magnay improve his game, this kid improve his game, Shawnee Mack. That excites me, and really, really great credit to our coaching staff and Harrison Gillette and our strength and conditioning coaches just working with these guys every single day to develop their skill level. It's a great credit to them, but they end up having to do the work, and Shawnee Mack, fantastic.
What's the key thing that you take from this game that you bring into Game 3, short turnaround?
I think the big thing for us will be just the rest and recovery, but I think for us, when you win a game, you build confidence. It just is what it is. And, we're going back in a building that's familiar to us, so I don't think that's going to be a problem with any of that. So for us, it's just staying competitive, staying on edge, not getting comfortable. It is just one game, and we have a chance to have a hell of a swing at them coming up, and we'll do everything in our power to recover and get after them again, and I'm sure they're going to do the same thing.
Chris, Jack, I was going to get your view on what changed. So, 3 minutes into the second half, you're down 15, and they had all the momentum. From that point on, you held it to 22 points, and you were able to get on top. From your point of view, what changed? How were you able to sort of turn the tide?
It's a good question. When you're in the eye of the storm, sometimes you got absolutely no idea. And I honestly don't really know. I think we made some shots. That's why I back the coaches, and that's why you watch film. So definitely I'll get the iPad, watch the game back, and notice the differences. But when you're out there just battling, there's small things that are happening in huddles, and coaches are relaying messages of things you want to be doing better, and shots, selections you want to kind of get, and pace of play, and all those little things that are happening. But sometimes, to be honest, in a game like that, when the adrenaline's high, the crowd's going crazy, you look up and go, oh crap, we're back to 5 points, and they're calling a timeout, and that's sign of the momentum sometimes for me when I'm out there and really locked in. I don't really have an answer for you. That's why I rely on these guys.
It is a very good question, Chris, and I hope you don't answer it to me because I don't have an answer either.
Jack, there's a lot going on in that game out there. There's a lot of legal, a lot of sort of physicality, a lot of sort of different sort of antics. To me, it looks like the more of that there is in the game, the more fun you have during the game. Is that how it feels?
I don't know. I battle with Jared Bairstow every day. And so I'm prepared for absolutely anything, because when I show up every single day, I'm slightly scared. And I'm fighting for my life. So I've learned to embrace those things, because I wouldn't have survived at the Jack Jumpers program if I didn't. And then it's two hard-fought teams going out there competing. The refs are doing a great job. It's that's like NBL finals basketball right there. The crowd going crazy, the game with an intensity, a feel about it, and it's fun to be a part of.
Momentum's a funny thing, because once you start game 3 on Sunday, it's still 0-0 on the scoreboard. But what can momentum do from the end of this game to start game 3 for you, Jack?
I mean, wins and losses at this point in the season, I think for me it's more falling back on your habits. What have you built all year? If you're riding the highs and the lows at this point of the season, it's going to be tough. I look at someone like Milt and his consistency and what he does. It's because he keeps a cool head. And even though I show a lot of emotion out there and I'm going crazy, I get straight back in the locker room. Social media's deleted off my phone. I'm talking to my loved ones, and I'm watching film the next day and preparing for what we're going to do. So I back what the coaches have put in place, the game plan that's going to come. And so I think momentum is important, but for me, it's more what have you built throughout the year, and the moment that pressure's applied, you're going to fall back on that.
That's a great answer.
Did
Thanks.
Scott, the defense you played in the last 17 minutes, do you take a lot from that? When you go back to look at it and you'll see what you did well, will that help you a lot, do you feel, to know what you can do to slow them down the rest of the series?
Well, I think, again, it goes back to what we were trying to do all year with our defense and really be solid at that side of the floor. And, yeah, you will build confidence, obviously, when we start to review this game and know some of the things that we are doing well and some of the things we're not doing well. Our transition defense is still not very good, and our rebounding is still not very good. But overall, you'll take away some things from there that, we did well and continue to try to work on. And it was a very good second half for us defensively across the board, especially the fourth quarter, obviously. But a great credit to our guys. We talk about it constantly, and it is, I think, how you win championships at the end of the day. You can try to outscore people, but ultimately teams that can dig in and really defend at a high level really have the best chance to win championships. And that's why from day one when I got here, our goal always has been to be in the top four, and that gives you the best opportunity to get where we're sitting right now.
Thank you very much.